Monster Hunter Rise was released last year on the Switch console. Recently, at the time of this video, it has been ported to the PC release. I loved Rise on the Switch, so of course I bought it again on the PC, just like any other diehard Monster Hunter fan. But as I was playing Rise on PC, I was recalling some mistakes that I made on my first playthrough of Monster Hunter on the Switch. Some of these mistakes are things that really affected the gameplay for me later in the game, and other mistakes I just simply forgot to do while I was playing. Today in this video, I want to highlight 5 mistakes that I made or I believe new players will possibly make when they play Monster Hunter Rise on PC or even on Switch. If you're new to my channel, my name's Adam and I actually have a main channel called Bro We Got This. This is my second channel. In my main channel, I focus on guides on the Elder Scrolls Online and other MMOs and games like that. But here I like to play different games, make other guides for games, and so if you ever want to come and watch me play live or hang out, I stream on twitch.tv/BroWeGotThis Tuesday through Friday. The link is below, and you can also join our Discord. We have over 5,000 people in our Discord. You can check out that link below in the description as well. So the first mistake, number 1, is the biggest mistake I made in my playthrough of Monster Hunter on Switch, and that was forgetting about the optional subquests. No joke, everyone, I went about 50 hours and didn't realize that these were here. I maybe did like 3 and I just totally forgot about them. So what are optional subquests? Well, optional subquests you can get in either the Gathering Hub here at Minoto, or you can go to Hanoa right here, and they will both have the optional subquests. These are things that you need to pick up and activate, okay? These are so easy to do. The reason that I messed this up is I want you to look at a lot of these rewards. Almost every single one, or if not every single one, gives you armor spheres, okay? And I'll tell you what armor spheres here in a second, but look at what these quests are. Gathering mushrooms. You have to gather 4 mushrooms 4 times. Insects, account items, endemic perma buffers. You have to capture a large monster. A lot of time it's large monster slaying or small monsters. Broken parts. They're so easy to do, and when you do a quest or a hunt, you'll knock out usually about 1 to 2 of these, okay? The reason they're so important is those armor spheres. What do armor spheres do? Armor spheres allow you to upgrade your armor to make it to where you just basically don't get 1 shot or get 2 shot in hunts. And so you can actually upgrade your armor at like the blacksmith. If you go to Forge Upgrade Armor, you go to Upgrade Armor right here. So if I choose this, right, look how many armor spheres I have. I have 39 regular ones, 46 plus, 25 advanced, 3 hard, and there's more and more of these, and essentially the bigger these are, the better they are, the more upgrade weight they have to upgrading your armor. So, you know, if I use one upgrade armor sphere, you'll see that gets me all the way to level 4 on the max amount of upgrade. Now, if I only use, if I go to armor spheres and I use 1, it gets me only that much. So you'll see that collecting these are important, and that is something I didn't do for like 50 hours. And so when I got to hard rank or high rank, I literally had crap armor and I had no armor spheres to like upgrade my armor. So make sure you are getting these optional subquests. Get them every single time you get in the game. The next mistake is actually understanding how your wire bug works. I'm not talking about necessarily your weapons. I'm talking about just traversing with your wire bug. And because your weapons has to do with like your silk binds, this is another mistake I made after like 50 hours of not knowing that this is how the wire bug works. Some of you may be like, Adam, you may just be the dumbest person ever. And you might be right, I don't know. But honestly, there's a lot of players that are like me when you get in a game and you just don't want to read a bunch. You just want to get in the game and play. You just want to experience what the developers have made. And so that's kind of what I did, and I skipped past realizing how it worked. So what I mean by how the wire bug works is essentially I thought the wire bug worked in a way that when you're traversing or scaling like a wall, I thought the wire bug only was able to be shot on a horizontal plane. But what I realized after someone told me, Joe, thank you, Joe, after like 50 hours of playing, is that you can actually aim your wire bug up and shoot up instead when you're, going up a wall or when you're starting to go up a wall. And that blew my mind. I did not know that because I was always spending so much time wire bugging up a wall because I thought you could only shoot in front of you. So all you've got to do is hold the LT or left trigger and then, shoot your wire bug up the wall or over it. And so I think some of that was possibly because my Switch controllers felt really awkward. And so like I maybe just should have mapped that differently. But that was kind of a massive mistake that I made, so I just don't want you to make the same one. Now, the third mistake is don't forget about your power and armor charms, okay? I'm not exactly sure when I unlocked this. I think it was the Hub Quest 4-star when I unlocked this. But if you go here to Kagero the Merchant, you can go to the Buy tab, go to the item pouch, and you can see what they have. If you go all the way to the end of their list, you will see here they have the power charm and the armor charm. Now, the reason I don't have this in the game is because I'm poor. And honestly, I just can't spend it on this yet because I have to get armor and weapons, and I haven't done the money farm yet that they have in the game, but these things are amazing, and these are just honestly passive buffs that are going to help you. The armor charm is an amulet that increases defense. Just carrying this makes your skin stone hard. The power charm, just by carrying this, increases your attack. So when you have the money to get this in the game and you can afford it, make sure to pick this up. This is something they had similar in Monster Hunter World, and this is just a free buff that you're just missing out on if you do not get these. Mistake number 4 is don't forget about your Kahoot Nest. You're like, Wahoot? What are you talking about? This is something I think a lot of players maybe forget about, and it's something that I didn't necessarily forget about when I was a new player, but I did forget to actually go up to it after a certain amount of quests. So the Kahoot Nest is over here in the Buddy Plaza. If you go over to the Move Around Village, right here, Buddy Plaza, and this will essentially give you items after each quest. All you gotta do is press B to get the items out of the nest, and you'll see that you'll get like lagging apples, rations, steel eggs, and great wetfish. I'm pretty sure it has a max of 5 quests. So after 5 quests, it will stop collecting and you will need to go and collect it. If not, you're just missing out on, rewards and materials. And so make sure that you are collecting from that nest after every 5 quests. And now the last mistake that I want to mention has to do with your wire bug as well. And this is when you're in combat. So this one I learned a little bit early on than 50 hours, but only about 40 hours in. And it took me to realize until then that when I get knocked back by a monster or knocked on my butt or, hit out of the air, that if you have an available wire bug that you see down at the bottom of the screen, you can actually press LT or left trigger and X and wire bug away, sort of like and evade the monster. Because a lot of times when the monster will hit you, they are usually going to do a second attack, whether that be a pin, a combo, like they'll stun you or something like that. So when you're flying in the air, if you have an available wire bug, all you do is press LT and X and you will wire bug away, and it lets you get a window of maybe healing or just getting out of there. Again, you might be like, how did you not know that? It's like, I'm telling you guys that sometimes in these games it's really easy to make those mistakes. And if I made that, I know someone else had made that as well. I do have a bonus mistake that this is just kind of funny, and that is making the mistake that you're just going to play one weapon in Monster Hunter, because we all know that every single weapon in Monster Hunter, in a lot of people's opinions, are really awesome. And I know there's some people out there that only main one weapon, but I know that there's also people out there that play and struggle to figure out which weapon to play because they are just so fun, aka me. So if you are, getting bored with a weapon, or, you are like, man, I don't know which weapon to play, it's okay. It happens to the best of us, and I'm telling you, it's part of the fun of the game, in my opinion. Now, I know there's a lot of other mistakes that players probably make and that I made, but I just wanted to cover these 5 mistakes because I think these are some of the bigger ones that I could recall and remember as I was playing through the game. If you do like this content though, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all this content in the channel. I probably will have one more Monster Hunter video in the channel, but I do cover a variety of games here. And so I do reactions, I do first time playing games. And so it is just a variety, but if you did like this, make sure to let me know in the comments. It really would mean a lot if it did actually help you out. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on the next game that I play.